Hello. Today we'll talk about momentum. And momentum is simply the motion that keeps going after an object has stopped. For example, if you're going into a car and the car suddenly stops, if you don't have a proper seatbelt on, you will continue going. If you get into a car accident, the car stops suddenly, but you continue going. The only thing that stops you is the seatbelt and maybe an airbag if it deploys. Just momentum, the motion that keeps going forward. And we define momentum for its equation as the mass times the velocity. And the mass itself is measured in kilograms and the velocity in meters per second. Therefore, the units for momentum are kilograms meters per second squared because the mass in momentum is defined by kilograms and the velocity in meters per second. Shortly written, this equation could be written as P equals m times v, or momentum equals mass times the velocity. Momentum equals mass times velocity. Okay, here's the equation. Rewritten, I will move these variables, but I will never change momentum. Momentum will stay on top. And on a straight line like now, momentum is defined as mass times velocity. But what if I want to look for velocity? Okay, leave velocity alone, leave mass alone, and move mass down. So now I have momentum divided by mass equals velocity. Again, I didn't move momentum. Momentum stayed put. I moved the mass down, and I'm dividing now momentum divided by mass equals velocity. Okay, back to the original. What if I'm looking for mass? Okay, so I will bring velocity down. Now I have momentum divided by velocity equals mass. If you notice, at no moment I have moved momentum. It stayed put. I either bring the velocity down to find mass or bring the mass down to find the velocity. And don't forget the units. Kilograms meters per second squared is momentum, which means that the bigger the mass, the more the momentum. Also, the bigger the velocity, or the faster the velocity, sorry, the more the momentum. So increasing either kilograms, which is mass, or meters per second, which is velocity, will also increase momentum because these two units are multiplied to find momentum. Let's do one simple question. If an object moving at a velocity of 5 meters per second with a mass of 12 kilograms on a straight line is going forward, then what is its momentum? Okay, I do have my two units that I need. I have the mass and I do have the velocity. The mass is 12 kilograms, the velocity is 5 meters per second. Therefore, I have the mass, which is 12 kilograms, times 5 meters per second. Okay, so what do you think we would get? It's 12 times 5. 12 times 5, you know that it equals to 60. Now, we're going to have 60 kilograms times meters per second square. Of course, there's a time over here in the middle, and we're going to show that by doing a little dot right over there. Now I have 60 kilograms meters per second, okay? Not square, just meters per second. This is the momentum of the object that is going forward. It's going on a straight line. Let's look at this other sample. An object has a momentum of 30 kilograms meters per second and a mass of 3 kilograms. What is its velocity? Okay, so I have momentum, I have mass. I am looking for velocity. So let's look at the equation over here. Momentum equals mass times velocity. I don't have velocity, so I will bring the mass down. Therefore, the equation will be momentum, okay, momentum, that will be divided by the mass, because I do have the mass. And that will give me, of course, the velocity. Okay, this is how the equation looks. Momentum divided by mass equals velocity. Okay, it's time to plug in some numbers. And I have my momentum, which is 30 kilograms meters per second divided by the mass of 3 kilograms. Okay, that will give me the momentum. So 30 over 3, what would I get? So yes, you are right. The answer is 10. 10 what? I'm looking for velocity. So the kilograms will cancel. So it's going to be 10 meters per second. That is the velocity of an object with 30 kilograms meters per second of momentum and a mass of 3 kilograms. I hope this helps you out.